Hello there, Stevenites. I hope you're doing well. I wanted to start off today by saying that I feel better. Well, I feel different. I should say that because yesterday I had, what I considered flu symptoms. I had chills. I had a fever. I had a lot of stuff wrong with me, and I just did not feel well. But I got a full night's rest, which doesn't happen very often. But I got a full night's rest, and I woke up this morning, and I felt better. I felt not chilled or feverish or anything like that. It was a little warm, but I had a headache like you wouldn't believe, and I've had a headache since I've been awake. So 6 hours now. But I got up and I took some Tylenol, and I had a very terrible, terrible case of diarrhea. Sorry for too much information, but I feel like I'm probably on the road to recovery, but this headache thing is really, really getting to me. And you probably recall yesterday I said that I had felt sick for quite some time, but it was just me saying, oh, I'll be fine, it'll get better. Okay, well, let me tell you a little bit about what's been wrong with me lately. Roughly about 2 weeks ago, I was working at my computer one evening. I say one evening, but it was probably like 4 or 5 in the morning, and I got really, really tired. Really, really, really tired. And I fell asleep in my chair. And I fell asleep in a very terrible position. I fell asleep with my head back, and I don't know if you can see back here, but it's like a hard plastic thing. So I was leaned up in my chair, and I kind of slept just like this, and I had my head back, and I don't know how long I was asleep. I think like half an hour or something, and I woke up. When I woke up, I was like, oh man, I can't believe I fell asleep on my chair. I went and got a shower, and when I was washing my hair, I noticed that I didn't have any feeling in the back of my head. Like the entire backside of my head was numb. And I was like, what? I mean, I concluded pretty quickly that it was because I probably had pinched some kind of nerve and I had lost the feeling in the back of my head, and I was like, okay, well, that makes sense, because it was completely numb, and it was really, really odd feeling, like, to wash your hair, and, like, when you get up here, you're like, I can feel my scalp, I can feel my scalp, I figured I would sleep on it and everything would be cool, but that feeling lasted for about probably 2 days, and then on the third day, it was clearing up a bit, but it was still really tingly. Like, if your leg falls asleep, and whenever it's starting to wake back up, it gets that tingly feeling. It was kind of like that, and it's been 2 weeks now, and that feeling is still there. It's not so tingly now, but it's like it's a loss. It's a loss of feeling. Like it's slightly numb, and it's been 2 weeks. I'm not saying that that's related, but I am saying that that's a problem. I know some of you are already going down into the comments and you're like, go to a doctor. Yes, okay, I know. I know to go to a doctor. You don't have to tell me that. Although a doctor's probably not going to do much for me. A doctor's probably going to send me off to a neurologist, and that's something that I'm not going to be able to deal with right now. I mean, yes, in the future, maybe this summer, yeah, I'll look into that. But for right now, no. But I thought I should mention that because it's kind of weird, and I haven't said anything about it for like 2 weeks. But it's weird when you can't like really feel the back of your head very well. Like I can tell that I'm touching it, but it's like it's very faint. Anyway, I'm not sure if that's related to my headaches, and it might be, and if so, then I'm going to have to get it looked at much sooner because these headaches are really starting to bother me. But I wanted to address something different, and it was what I talked about yesterday. I was saying about how lazy vlogs suck and I don't really like them, and I also spend a lot of time trying to get my vlogs cut down because I like to make them shorter. The only problem is I think you guys misunderstood me. Some of you misunderstood me, and also I probably just didn't explain very well. I think I may have given the impression that every night I sit here in the fetal position rocking back and forth wondering if I should do long vlogs or short vlogs, and that's not the case. In fact, I was just curious to see what you guys thought was an appropriate length for a vlog or any web video, how they differed. The length of my vlogs change based on content. I mean, if I have a lot to say or a lot to show in a day, then yeah, the vlogs are longer, but if I don't, then they're shorter. It has nothing to do with me wondering if I should make them longer or shorter. I can't decide that because the day decides that. So I think there was a little confusion, and I'm sure that it's probably my fault. I even got a wonderful video response by Daryl Does, and he took 5 minutes of his time to explain something that I just probably didn't do a very good job of explaining in the first place. So I apologize, although it was a wonderful video response, and I appreciate you taking the time to do that. So just to clarify, yesterday's video I was simply asking what an appropriate length of time for vlogs was. It actually is not going to affect at all whether or not I make them longer or shorter. I was just curious to see what you guys thought about that. It probably didn't help that I made the comment that I slave over a hot editor to get stuff down, but you also have to understand that I am an editor. That's my job. That's my profession. That's what I went to school for. That's what, in 5 weeks, I'm going to graduate and get a degree for, is editing. That's what I do and will do for a living, hopefully. So you shouldn't take that comment as I'm trying to get the vlogs as short as I possibly can, although, really, and for all intents and purposes, I do try to do that. But as I said before, I'm an editor. That's my job. If you're coming to this channel, you're going to see shorter stuff. At least I'm going to try to do shorter stuff. I'm going to edit it. That's really what this is all about. That's really what I should have stated to begin with. The vlogs can be longer, but more stuff is going to happen for that to happen. I mean, I have no problem uploading a 20-minute vlog, but what the heck happened in that day? There must have been something crazy. I must have had to have filmed a lot, because I edit my stuff down. That was what I was trying to, that was the point I was trying to make this entire time. I realize that now, looking back on yesterday's video. I edit my vlogs, doggone it. There's a lot of people that call it editing, and they're not really doing anything. They're moving from one segment to another, and there's just not that much that they decided to cut out, and I do that. But the reason I do that is because that's what I do. Anyway, too long didn't read. I appreciated getting all the comments yesterday. I did get a lot of insight into what you guys thought was appropriate length for web videos and vlogs, because there is a difference. Some of you said that if you're going to watch any old video, you want it to be pretty short, but if you're going to watch a vlog which you're subscribed to, or a channel which you're subscribed to, you're willing to give a few more minutes of your day. You know, you're willing to watch something that's a little bit longer. But as I said before, this isn't something I'm thinking about. This isn't like, oh God, am I going to make it short or long today? You know, it's based on what happens in the day. So now you know. The only other thing worth mentioning that I did today, besides 4 loads of laundry, I did 4 loads of laundry. I didn't show you guys, but I had like a crazy pile going on. The only thing I've left is pants, which I'll have to get around to at some other time. But the only other thing worth mentioning is that I redid my channel design. Wait, let me scroll up here. And I don't really need to show you guys this because you can look at it yourself. But the Steven blog thing, it used to be a lot smaller up here, and had some links to Twitter, Facebook, and Formspring. I got rid of those because I moved them all down here. I made all the information really concise. The address used to be here, and I put it down here in an image. So yeah, a lot of things have changed, and I feel that they have changed for the better, but I would definitely like your opinion. So take a look at the channel page if you're not watching this on the channel, because I know some people get the subscription stuff and they watch it on the video page. But go over to the channel and check it out, look at all this stuff, and tell me what you think. Tell me what you like, what you don't like. I think I did a pretty good job of taking all the information that was there and making it more concise, just because it was kind of spread out throughout the page, and I tried to make it a lot smaller so you didn't have to like keep reading and reading and reading. So let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of the giant banner, which is also over on the Steven Plays channel. Just tell me what you think. Leave a comment. One other thing, I meant to say something about it yesterday, but I was incredibly ill. Yesterday was They Might Be Giants Awareness Day, in which everyone lets everyone else know about They Might Be Giants. So if you haven't heard of They Might Be Giants, I would advise you to look them up. They're my favorite band ever, and they're releasing a new album very, very soon. They actually put 4 advanced tracks up on iTunes called Join Us. But look up They Might Be Giants on YouTube. Just get into some of their music. Wonderful, wonderful, fantastic band. Been my favorite band for many, many years. And I think if you got into them, you might enjoy them a little bit, or a lot, because they're pretty good. Thank you all so much for watching, and let's meet back tomorrow, shall we? Ironically, this video in which I talk about how I edit my vlogs exceeds 9 minutes.